Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I cannot believe I'm coming on camera looking like this. I'm gonna just start getting ready already because it's a mess. Oh, Merry Christmas! Why wasn't that the first words out of my mouth? I mean, it doesn't feel like Christmas, does it? Actually, it doesn't feel like Christmas for me because it's not Christmas. It's the 23rd, I think, that I'm filming this. Obviously, I'm not filming this on Christmas morning and then editing and uploading it and all of that jazz. But what I wanted to do today was basically just upload a bit of a Christmas style get ready with me. This is how we'll be doing my hair and makeup on Christmas anyway, so a little bit of a get ready with me basically. Watch me actually end up putting no makeup on Christmas Day now after I said that. It will be very typical, won't it? Ow! Oh, I just caught my comb in my earring. Holy crap, that hurt. So yeah, basically today's video is just gonna be a get ready with me. It's gonna be a very chatty one. I figured that, I mean, you all know why and what's going on. Lots of people are gonna be lonely and just kind of by themselves today, and I figured why not do a really chatty video so that I can annoy you all with my voice on Christmas Day. How wonderful will that be? So first of all, I'm curling my hair. I'm just putting some Olaplex number 7. It's the bonding oil on the bottom of my hair. This stuff is so good. They say that you can, oh, let me get my curler. They say that you can use it as a heat protector, and it's also supposed to help heal your hair, and it makes your hair look so shiny, and your hair dries faster when you put it on and everything. Basically, I discovered it last month and I am furious that I didn't already know about it because I think it's like a miracle oil. It's so good. So yeah, how is everybody doing? How are you all coping with this most miserable of Christmases? I'm trying to be really, obviously it's not, like I said, it's not quite got to Christmas yet for me, but I'm still kind of thinking about it a lot and like anticipating it. We have no plans to see anybody on Christmas Day. Honestly, I'm not entirely sure what the rules are and for who, but either way, our initial plans, let me just get my clips. Our initial plans kind of before the new restrictions that were announced a few days ago were to not go see anybody on Christmas Day. So nothing really changed there for us. We were kind of just planning to stay at home and chill anyway. There's going to be a lot of bending down and getting up in this video because I don't have anywhere to put my curler when it's not in my hand, so that's gonna be a thing. Also, the wire is now in front of my face, which is very professional and a mess, honestly. I am day by day losing all feeling of any festivities, any kind of excitement for Christmas. I'm gonna try balancing that with my legs. Okay. Literally just not feeling it anymore at all. So basically these like vlogs and Christmassy videos that I've been filming are as Christmassy as I've been feeling, and they're kind of the only thing that's leaving me with any kind of Christmas feeling, if I'm honest, because I mean COVID's just made it all a write-off, hasn't it, really? God, it's so hot in here, which is also not helping with the lack of Christmas feeling. I'm literally feel like I'm sweating sitting here filming this, so that's great. Probably the curler isn't helping. If you were coming here for a coherent video with a coherent, I don't know, talking points, you're gonna be sorely mistaken because I'm a hot mess tonight. So yeah, basically what I'm doing right now is curling my hair into like kind of like this big kind of chunks, and then just pinning it so that they can cool down in the curl. It's so hard to do this on camera and try and like look at you guys and remember to talk, and I don't know how beauty like gurus do it, because like how do you manage that? How do you talk to the camera and look at the camera and do what you're doing and all of that? It baffles me. Also, I don't think I have enough clips after all, so this may be a disaster from start to finish. What else do you come here for, to be honest? Can you tell I'm feeling really moany today? I'm just so frustrated. Like this whole Christmas thing. Honestly, I'm not even a person that likes Christmas that much. I just really feel like it's like one extra thing that's been taken away from us. And I think for a lot of people it's been kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back sort of thing. I keep feeling like this is alive, like I want to ask questions and I'm expecting responses. I was gonna say, do any of you guys have any nice Christmas rituals or anything? Maybe you could let me know in the comments so I can read them later. What kind of Christmas rituals do I have? I feel like one is to have new pajamas, clean bedding and everything on Christmas Eve, all ready for Christmas Day. That's a big one. When I lived with my mom, she used to always buy Lush bath bombs, which we don't support Lush anymore, by the way. But when we were younger, that's what my mom used to buy. She used to buy Lush bath bomb, and she would break it into like 3 so that the 3 of us could have a little bit of it each in our bath. That was really cute. So I don't know, I don't really feel like we have any Christmas rituals or anything like that. One is that when we go to my grandma's house, she always piles all of the presents for everybody in the middle of the living room, and then one person has the job of handing them out to everybody. And when I was little, that was my dad, and then at some point, I don't know when it was really, I decided that it should be my job and would get upset if anybody else got to hand out the gifts. Don't know why I all of a sudden thought I was Santa. And then as I got older and my brothers wanted to help hand out the gifts, I would get really frustrated because it was my job and not theirs. This is going to be the first year ever, I think. Yeah, the first year ever that I'm going to be cooking at Christmas dinner. Because when we were kids, we didn't really do the cooking. We just kind of did, like, we would help clean up and stuff. And we would kind of just be like told what to do, if that makes sense. Like whatever was needed, we were the little kitchen helpers. And then like last year I went away for like 4 or 5 days to this little cabin with my mom and my partner and my mom's friend. And my mom's friend is a chef and she cooked, and it was very, very good. Kelly, you are a very good cook if you're watching. I very much doubt it. I don't think Kelly even knows I do this. Did you know actually my mom and her best friend are both called Kelly, so this very much confuses people when I say that, like people who know me in real life. By the way, if you keep seeing big time jumps in this video, like I'm doing like one curl and all of a sudden I'm ahead of curls on, if that makes sense, it's because I've decided that what the stuff I was saying was too boring to put in a video, and I've cropped it down to save all of your minds from melting at my mundaneness. I hate curling my fringe. I feel like the curls just never quite sit right. Oh, by the way, a few people asked me, because I always use the same curler, a few people have asked me what temperature I use on. I use it on 195. I used to use it on 180 so that I didn't damage my hair as much, but then it takes so much longer for the curls to take, and I just couldn't be bothered anymore, so I stopped. Oh god, this like one curl has just like popped out. So before last year, I used to go away a lot with my dad and my stepmom. We would go on holiday a lot for Christmas and New Year. So we did Dominican Republic a couple of times, Egypt. So then we would always like get super dressed up on Christmas and like go to the restaurant in the hotel, which would be fun. So to be honest, I'm quite used to like not being with certain members of my family on Christmas. I'm just not used to being without all of them, if that makes sense. Like, it's quite shocking. But I have Philip, I have little Winter. Anyway, I'm going back into the sad stuff now. That was a disaster of a curl, wasn't it? Okay, let me try doing this again. I'm gonna try doing it in the mirror, maybe that will be a bit easier. I love this curler so much. I bought it earlier this year, and I don't know why, but like I really wasn't that excited for it. I really didn't think it would be that good, and it took me a while to get to grips with it. Like, when I first used it, I was like, oh, this is nice. Like, it's not my favorite thing, but it will work, it will do the job. And as I've kind of gotten used to it a bit more, God, this curl is so hot and my clip is like stuck to another one. As I've gotten used to it a bit more and figured it out, I think it's brilliant. Do you guys have Christmas trees up? I feel like this is a really big thing this year. Like, not many people have actually even put up trees. I don't think my mom is putting one up. My grandma, I think, debated whether to put hers up or not. My grandma's really upset about my Christmas tree, actually. Because I was really excited for it, and I spoke to her about it a couple of times before I got it. So then when I got it, I was like, oh, I'm gonna video call you and show you the tree, because this is the first time that like Philip and I have ever really had a Christmas tree of our own. Because like when we were in student housing, we were always going home for Christmas and stuff. It didn't really feel like there was much point, and also like it's a lot of money, I think. So this is our first year having one. So I called my grandma to show her on this video call, and she was like, there's no color, and what else, it's too empty and there's not enough color. And I was trying to explain to her, like, this is how we like it. Like, we like things a little less colorful and a little bit more simple. And now every time I speak to my grandma, oh gosh, she asks me if I've bought any baubles yet. She thinks it needs some red baubles, so every time I speak to her, she's like, have you bought any red baubles yet to give it some color? Oh my gosh, one of these curls has dropped out completely. Yeah, so she's very obsessed with me buying some red baubles, and she keeps calling to ask, do I have any red baubles yet? The back of this hair is just a mess, and she's very upset basically that we're not getting any red baubles and making the tree very colorful. I'm trying to think if I have any like funny Christmas stories to tell you or anything like that. One year my parents, so when I was younger, my parents would always leave stockings at the end of our bed, so that when we woke up in the morning really early, we wouldn't go and bother them. So basically it would usually be me waking up first, and then I would go and wake up my brothers, and then we would all open our stockings together, and then we would go wake up our parents. And one year in my stocking, they gave me a face wash and wrapped it in like, oh god, like 6 or 7 layers of paper, and I thought it was going to be something so exciting. I think I wanted a new TV that year, so I thought this was going to be a TV remote in there because they'd wrapped it up so well, and I was so excited. And then I got to the inside and it was face wash, and I was like, Clearasil? Like, that's the big surprise. Under 7, like, or maybe even more than 7, but like there was loads of plastic, not plastic, what do I mean? There was loads of sellotape as well. So I was like, oh my god, after all this effort, it's Clearasil. And my brothers thought that this was hilarious. I do think I got a new TV though. Oh no, it wasn't a TV, I wanted a new phone that year. So I thought that maybe it was a phone, because like iPhones were much smaller then. So it would have been like kind of the same size as this Clearasil. I do think I actually got the iPhone that I wanted. I think they were just winding me up, trying to convince me that I wasn't gonna, and by giving me something that was a similar size. I don't even remember how old I was. I remember which house we were in because my parents moved house a lot. I reckon I was probably 12 or 13. But yes, that Clearasil, I remember it to this day. When we were at my mum's house, she would always make my brother and I wait upstairs, and she would play Christmas music, and she would go and like get breakfast ready and stuff, and we weren't allowed to come down the steps until she was ready, so we would have to sit on the top step and just wait while she got herself sorted, and it would drive us up the wall. We would be so frustrated sitting on this top step. Oh god, we've had another drop. Sitting on this top step, like just waiting for my mom to be ready. That was cute though. I don't know what I would do with my kids. I think I like the idea of the stockings, and especially if I had like multiple kids, I think the idea of like them opening their gifts together and having that little bit of morning before waking us up is quite cute. That said, I think that I will not be able to maintain my excitement and not go and get them up. I think I will be the parent that's going and waking the kids up at 6 o'clock in the morning so that they can come and open their gifts, because I have no chill, I have no patience. So I think that will be the kind of parent that I am, if I'm being honest. Okay, so my hair is all curled now. It looks a hot mess right now, and some of the pins at the back are starting to slip a little, but I'm gonna leave it there for now and start doing my makeup. You're gonna have to excuse my busted makeup brushes. I never put them on camera because they're a mess, but here they are. Actually, I have asked Santa Claus for some new makeup brushes, and I have a sneaky feeling that I'm gonna get them because I ordered them on my account. And I asked Philip, what Philip and I do, oh, first of all, I'm putting on the Glossier Priming Moisturizer Balance. So what we do every year is we kind of set ourselves a budget of £30, so we don't spend a ton of money on each other. And then we both have to buy each other stuff within that price tag. So on Black Friday, I'd asked Philip if he would buy me some new Morphe brushes, because I have a couple and I love them. And obviously he didn't really have a clue where to begin, so I ended up buying the brushes and then he paid me back for them. So a sneaky feeling that Santa is bringing me new brushes for Christmas. If he doesn't, I'm gonna be really confused, because since I ordered them on my card, I also had to sign for the parcel, so I'll be very, very confused if they don't turn up on Christmas morning. I don't mind telling you guys what I bought Philip, because he already knows anyway, because I am a blabbermouth, and like I said, I can't keep my mouth shut. My excitement overtakes me, so he already knows. So Philip has 2 new shirts that I found on his eBay watch list. Oh, by the way, this is the Max Factor X Miracle Second Skin Hybrid Foundation, and I'm wearing shade Light. And I'm gonna be really controversial now, and I'm gonna rub it in with my hands because I think it gives a much better finish. Like, obviously, as I was just explaining, I like to use makeup brushes, but I feel like for foundation, nothing can do it as well as your hands can. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, so what Phil got for Christmas. So I got him 2 shirts and a belt, which is crazy that I managed to fit all of that into the budget, I know, but he has cheap taste, if I'm being honest. Like, he's a cheap date. As long as like it looks how he wants, he doesn't care how expensive something is. So many times over the years I've bought him expensive gifts, like gone over the budget, or before we had the budget, I've bought him fancy gifts and expensive things. Last year for his birthday, he kept talking about how he wanted adventure and like to go somewhere and like travel and stuff. And we can't really travel much with Winter because Winter doesn't really like staying with other people. But I thought, okay, oh yeah, I'm being informed off camera that I'm incorrect. And it wasn't last year, it was the year before that I bought this gift. Oh, this is the Alaska Gel Sculpt in Silhouette. I love this so much. It looks so dark, but it blends out so nicely. So I booked us a like little trip to this hotel. So I booked this trip for us to go to like I can't remember what it was called. It was like in mid Wales. All I remember I think it was going to be called Aberdyfi, because all I remember is that the lovely lady who does my lips, Naima, when I told her where we were going, she thought I said we were going to Abu Dhabi. So I think it might have been Aberdyfi. Then this is the Glossier Cloud Paint in shade Storm. And this, again, looks so dark on my skin, but blends out really nicely. So yeah, I booked him this trip, and I booked like the suite in the hotel. It was like top floor, had the most beautiful views. If I can find any pictures of this hotel and our trip, I will share some here. And it was just so beautiful. And Philip was like, why have you wasted your money on this? Like, fair enough if we were going to go away, but you didn't need to spend so much on a hotel. And wasn't that into the trip in general, to be honest. Like, not in an ungrateful way, just in a like, why have you done this kind of way. I look so pink on camera, but in person it looks fine. Like, there's barely even a hint of blush in person. Okay, I'm a porcelain doll now, I'll deal with it. So yeah, like, I thought I'd bought this like amazing gift, and he was gonna be so over the moon, and he was just like, you shouldn't have like spent so much money, and felt so bad that I'd spent so much money. And that was the time when I was like, you know what, I'm actually just gonna, and there's been so many times over the years, when we were younger, when we met, he was into like, both of us were a bit more into like horror movies, stuff like that. So I bought him this like muscle vest that had like a Ouija pattern on, and then he was like, what makes you think that I would wear that? Like, that's so random. So many things I've bought over the years that I thought were like super thoughtful, and then were always met with, you know, the polite, oh yeah, this is amazing, thank you, but then never ever came out of storage kind of things. And that's not to say he's ungrateful, like I'm making him seem really ungrateful. It's just I'm terrible at buying gifts, and obviously he does his best to hide it when he doesn't like them, but what can you do when you really don't like something? Oh, by the way, this is the Glossier, I think this is the Boy Brow, yeah, the Boy Brow in shade brown, and I'm going to put that on and then let it dry a bit on my brows. I'm just kind of brushing them up, and then I like to like leave it for a few minutes and let it dry. So yeah, basically I'm really terrible at buying gifts. Even when I think I'm being really thoughtful, I'm just not. I'm gonna zoom in a bit before I do my eyes. Like, maybe it is really well thought out, but it's just still not like a good gift. Oh, so recently I have just focused more on trying to figure out exactly what somebody wants. Okay, you're much more zoomed in now, so you can see my eyes a bit better. This is too zoomed in for my liking. I mean, look at the state of my hair to begin with. Anyway, it's against the point. So I just got this little eyeshadow thingy from Pixie, and I got this on HQ Hair, so I wanted to try this out because it's so glittery. This is shade Mirage. I don't know what the product is actually called, but I will link it in the description anyway. So I'm going to put a little bit, I'm going to start with a tiny bit because I swatched it on my hand earlier and it's super pigmented. So I'm going to start with like this much, and I'm going to put this all over my eyelids. I'm going to just buff it out with a fluffy brush. So any of you that have watched me for a while and know me will know that I am not a super glam, super glitzy kind of girl. I am drab and don't really wear anything that's too out there. So this little hint of glitter is very, very, very glam for me, very extreme, very out there. I really like how this looks on my eyelid actually, because on my hand, when I painted it on just straight from the brush, it looked a bit more like a duochrome kind of thing, and like a bit more of a solid kind of color. And I was like, I was kind of hoping a bit more for a glitter kind of effect, which is how it's actually going on, which is perfect because I think I will actually wear this loads after all. But based on how it went on my hand, I was like, I think this was a mistake. I'll show you on my hand. Can you see how it's like a really like solid color? Just felt like that was just like a bit too much, a bit too intense for me. But this glitter is so pretty. I don't know who I think I am, like zooming in and stuff and like pretending to be a beauty guru, but here we are. Don't know what that noise was. Don't just forget it happened. So I also have a new eyeliner because mine ran out. So this is the Stila All Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. Okay, it was an eyelash. Oh yeah, so I used to have one of Stila's eyeliners. I'm gonna try and go really in so you can see my eyeball. So I used to wear eyeliner all the time, and people would ask me so much how I did my eyeliner. So I've zoomed you in really close so you can see, and I'm gonna just look over here into my little mirror and go for it. I'm not gonna talk to you while I do my eyeliner though, because no. That's so nice because I haven't done eyeliner in like a couple of months at least, so I'm really proud of how that went. Let's see if I can make the other side look even like, you know, just like remotely similar would be nice. So let's see if I can do that. You know, like, sisters are not twins, right? Yikes. Very cute. I like this one more though. I always like this side more. Whenever I do eyeliner, that side always goes better. Anyway, I'm gonna add, while I have it in my hand, a little bit extra highlighter. And then don't worry your pretty little heads. Oh gosh. And then don't worry your pretty little heads, because I am gonna zoom you back out. I mean, now that you're zoomed out, the makeup in general just looks much prettier, doesn't it? If you're asking me. I'm now going to pat on a really tiny bit of powder. This is the Glossier Powder, and I literally just put it on in places where my makeup seems to move a lot. And anywhere, if I've gone in a little bit too heavy with my blush or anything, I usually just kind of blend the edges a little bit with that as well. So yeah, I used to wear eyeliner so much, and then I just got a bit bored and wanted a bit more of a natural look more, and stopped doing it basically. So this is a momentous moment for me, wearing eyeliner. Okay, I'm now going to fill in my eyebrows a little bit with the Glossier Brow Flick. I literally just, anywhere where I wish my brows were a little bit thicker, kind of do this little like like that kind of motion, and as if I'm literally drawing eyebrows on, and I go really light-handed with this and just prefer to go over it loads and loads of times. And then over here, like the video started really chatty, and then as I've gotten into my makeup, it's gotten very like tutorial-y, and I didn't want that. So let's talk about Christmas again. Or should we not, since Christmas is a bit of a write-off? Do you know what? I think I'm a little bit more upset about New Year's Eve. Like, I'm upset for like other people for Christmas, but I feel like personally I kind of enjoy New Year's Eve a little bit more. I think that I prefer the opportunity to get like super glam and really dressed up and that kind of thing than Christmas. I feel like Christmas is a lot of like family politics, so I like the more chill vibe of New Year's Eve, if that makes sense. Like, obviously not chill in terms of like relaxing. I feel like Christmas is a bit more relaxed in a literal sense, but in terms of like what everybody wants you to do and doing what is wanted and stuff, and having to go and see so many people and stuff like that, Christmas is always a little bit more intense. Sorry, this is the Glossier Lash Slick mascara, as you guys know. Big Glossier fan, hence so much Glossier makeup today. This is a very kind of glam Christmas look, and if I'm being honest, this is the kind of thing that I would wear for a Christmas dinner though. Like, I know it's quite intense, but I love any excuse to be dressed up. And I feel like, I know a lot of people are team like pajamas, and to be honest, for most of the day I'm team pajamas for Christmas. But I just feel like there's so much effort that goes into Christmas a lot of the time, and especially Christmas dinner, that I feel like it just deserves to be dressed up for, and kind of a little bit of effort. And this year I will definitely be making dinner and then going and getting all glammed up and showered and stuff, because even though we are staying inside, I am not missing my opportunity to get all glammed up. Okay, so we're nearly there now. I just shook this. Why did I shake that? This is the Rimmel London Exaggerate Full Color Lip Liner, and I'm literally just gonna line my lips with this. Sorry, the mirror is like right there, so. So this is a bit more of a like intense bright red, but actually I think that's going to be really perfect because I'm putting on this Pixie lipstick that I got. It's a new one again, and this is shade Coral Bang, and from when I swatched it on my hand, it looks like it is a kind of more intense bright rather than like deep dark lipstick, so I'm really excited to see how this goes on. It smells so good. It smells like sweets, and I can't think what sweets though. This is so pretty. Okay, I'm going to leave this to dry, and then when it's dry I will try and figure out if it needs another coat. But for now I think it might be time to start taking down my hair. It's definitely all cold now. So I think it might be time. I've put so many clips in it and it's not very like ordered, so this may take a while. It's quite curly and bouncy at the moment. Like I said earlier, if I kind of have time, I like to kind of from here just let them drop out and do their own thing at their own pace, and it gives that really pretty like blow dry kind of look. But for the video right now, I don't really have time to leave them out to drop by themselves. And also like on Christmas Day, I won't have the time. I'll just be doing it like how like as quick as possible really, because I don't want to spend the whole day trying to look pretty. So I would then take a comb. As you can see, this one has been chewed to death like winter, but this is my most trusted comb. And I'm just gonna brush through them all to get that kind of more bouncy wave look. And then I tend to kind of just brush my hair to the side a little bit more throughout the day. Sometimes I'll keep it in the middle, sometimes I like to brush to the side. Just kind of depends how the fringe has gone. I think my fringe has gone pretty cute today, so I think we'll leave it. I do always tuck that one side behind though. I can't deal with two sides of hair in my face. And then that is me. I'm gonna brush a little bit more oil through it just to give it a bit of a more shine. It is a Christmas look after all. We want it to be shining to the clouds, to the gods. It's gone a little bit dark. I don't know why, because my lighting hasn't changed. So I'm just going to brush it through. And kind of the more you brush through your hair now, the softer those curls are going to go. And the more it's going to be a bit more of that blow dry effect rather than like glam curls. So it's up to you whether you want to keep those curls like in and quite tight. For me, I love the more bouncy, softer look. So that is it. That is it for me, guys. Winter is currently waiting for his walk, so I think I'm gonna go now and go walk Winter. I love how that lipstick turned out. It's a slightly more orange red, which I think suits my skin tone a lot better than that classic red look, which I think sometimes washes me out a little bit and just looks a bit too intense. So I'm really happy with that, actually. Ooh. I'll definitely be wearing a little bit more of this in the new year, particularly if we're allowed out, but who knows if we'll be allowed out, to be honest, so maybe. But anyway, this is my finished Christmas Day look. I'm wearing this Christmas jumper, not Christmas jumper, this jumper that I have designated, I forgot the word, for Christmas, and it has this little like I don't know if you can see it very well there, like this little open back bit, and I will be wearing this with some leather look leggings on Christmas Day. That's going to be my Christmas look, and yeah, that's it. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and that my voice hasn't annoyed you too much. I haven't talked for too long. I just thought it would be really nice to do a bit of a chatty video, so if anybody is kind of just feeling alone today or feeling lonely, not that you would want to hear my voice, but if you just want to hear like any voice blabbering in the background, you can play this and hear me blabber about everything. But yeah, anyway, I'm gonna leave this video out there. I'm gonna go walk Winter Woo with my bouncy curls and red lipstick at like 7 o'clock at night. Oh, great. Have a very Merry Christmas. I'm sending so much love to all of you, and if you don't celebrate Christmas, happy holidays. If you do need somebody to reach out to and you are feeling sad or lonely today, my Instagram messages as always are open, and feel free to send me a message. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Sending you all of my love, and have a very Merry Christmas.